All right. What's up, everybody? My people, Manhattan, the the Bronx, Queens, or Staten Island, my homeborough, Brooklyn. Back at another video. This is gonna be another entry to the Greatest of All Time series, Super Bowl Week edition. It's gonna be on Super Bowl 25. To all my Giants fans, stand up. Bills Mafia, sorry. And my father always tells me this is the best Super Bowl he's ever seen. Best one of the best football games period he's ever seen. This one and Super Bowl 42, of course. Say he's being biased. He's a Giants fan. Whatever. Okay, now a little backdrop. This Super Bowl, the year before, the Bills went to the AFC Championship game and lost to the went to the AFC Division round. I'm sorry, and lost to the Cleveland Browns. But if you watch the 30 for 30 on the Buffalo Bills called the Four Falls of Buffalo, of course referring to Niagara Falls and their four Super Bowl losses, that's what the title was alluding to. Towards the end of the game, Jim Kelly said they discovered they're great at running the no-huddle offense. So that's what they did because Jim Kelly, he thought fast, he talked fast, he ate fast, made a joke about it. So they ran everything fast. So the Bills ran a fast offense, the K-gun offense. Jim Kelly, Squirmin' Thurman Thomas, the running back who, for all you who don't know NFL history, Thurman Thomas, think of like Thurman Thomas was like an all-purpose back. He could catch, he could run routes like a receiver, he could block, he was clutch, think of like a LaDainian Tomlinson or a Marshall Faulk or more current like Christian McCaffrey. Think of like a Christian McCaffrey or a Le'Veon Bell. Whoa, in his prime, Le'Veon Bell. That's who Thurman Thomas was. But they had Andre Reed, a Hall of Fame receiver. James Laughlin, an older veteran, but still a Hall of Fame receiver. And defense, they had Bruce Smith, the NFL's all-time sack leader with 200, and who was the Defensive Player of the Year in 1990. They had the middle linebacker, Darryl Talley, The Bills had a good squad, talented squad. They went 13-3, and as usual with my Giants, my New York Football Giants, they played the Giants in the regular season and beat them. The reason I say as usual because every time the Giants win the Super Bowl, they play their Super Bowl opponent in the regular season. 86 played the Broncos, beat them. 90 played the Bills, lost. 07 played the Patriots, lost. 2011 played the Patriots, beat them. Yeah, that's always the case with the Giants. But anyway, and the Giants, were 13-3. They were like 11-1 to start of the season. Then Phil Simms went down and Jeff Hostetler took over. They dropped 2 games and won 2 more games and finished season 13-3. So a good record. But without Phil Simms, the Giants weren't gonna win the Super Bowl, so they were considered a Cinderella or underdogs. They played the 49ers in the NFC Championship game. The 49ers had won the previous 2 Super Bowls in 88, 89. So, and at the end of Super Bowl 24, Roger Craig was on it, calling NFL film scrimmage to talk about, you know what I'm in the mood for? I'm in the mood for the three-peat. And they were yelling three-peat. That season they were 14-2. Joe Montana, Jerry Rice, Roger Craig, Ronnie Lott, John Taylor, Charles Haley. They were loaded, of course. And, we played them in Candlestick Park. Blocked the punt, or a field goal attempt, and we hung on to win 15-13. And, Pat Summerall, the legendary broadcaster, said, there will be no three-peat. There hasn't been a three-peat in the Super Bowl era, ever. But, we went on to play the Buffalo Bills in Tampa, Florida in the Super Bowl. Of course, that was during the Gulf War, the Operation Desert Storm. And there were a lot of terroristic threats. Terrorists threatened to bomb the Super Bowl. One person made a threat talking about he was going to steal a cop car and drive into the Super Bowl and fill it with explosives and blow it up. And, of course, later that day, a cop car was stolen. They had helicopters and all these snipers at the Super Bowl. A lot of people with American flags. And then Whitney Houston, rest her soul, she sung the national anthem. A lot of people were emotional. Then the game kicked off. And they had a great game plan. The great running back, Otis O.J. Anderson, who's from the U, by the way. He was going through a career renaissance, career resurgence. And he was Super Bowl MVP, Bill Belichick had the genius game plan. Control the clock. Run the ball, get first downs, score touchdowns, get field goals. And limit the Bills' possession. The game plan worked. Then towards the end of the game, Jeff Hostetler got sacked in the end zone by Bruce Smith for a safety. And Lord knows, if you watch the play, I don't know how he held onto the ball. Because Bruce Smith grabbed him by his wrist. Jeff Hostetler was holding the ball in, and he, by grace of God, held onto the ball. So, by grace of God, he held onto the ball, and he didn't fumble, so it wasn't a touchdown, it was a safety. Then, of course, the Bills had a great drive, which ended in a Thurman Thomas touchdown to make it 19-17. The Giants kicked a field goal. The great game plan, and, of course, we all know how it ended. No good. Wide right. That's the call Al Michaels had. And that haunts Buffalo Bills fans to say because this is a missing ring. People say the 1990 Bills are probably arguably the greatest team to not win the Super Bowl. To me, they're not. I already did a video on the 98 Vikings. I said the 98 Vikings were, but 1990 Buffalo Bills, they're definitely up there. There's the top 5 teams to not win the Super Bowl. That they'll get all the Hall of Famers: Jim Kelly, Thurman Thomas, Andre Reed, James Lofton, Bruce Smith. We had all the all-time great teams. All those Hall of Famers. The head coach Marv Levy's in the Hall of Fame. The GM Bill Polian's in the Hall of Fame. The owner Ralph Wilson, I believe his name, he's in the Hall of Fame. All the Hall of Famers on that Bills team. The Giants just had Lawrence Taylor because Harry Carson had been retired. Lawrence Taylor is the only guy I believe on that team that's in the Hall of Fame. The Giants I'm talking about. One player, of course, Bill Parcells is in the Hall of Fame, and Bill Belichick eventually getting it. But Super Bowl 25, man, it was a great game from start to finish. It had a dramatic, classic ending. Disregard that. So what do you think? Is this the greatest Super Bowl of all time? If not, comment down below. What do you think it is? Is it Super Bowl 49? Is it Super Bowl 42, 43? Is it, any other Super Bowl? What do you think? Comment down below. Man, shout out to my Giants. The New York Football Giants. I'm sorry. Okay, see you all.